Namo Śrīpāda Krishna Prishta Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivinoda Swami Niti Namine. Namo Śrīpāda Krishna Prishta Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitari. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So we are reading the third mantra from Isopanisad. Who can say what are the first two mantras, what are the points we were discussing? First mantra says what? That Lord is supreme controller. Everything belongs to Him, animate or inanimate.
And whatever is your quota,
and He controls everything and is owned by Him. And whatever is one quota given by the Lord, one should be satisfied with. So this is the Manu's revelation, Swami Manu's revelation to the mankind, to everyone, that this is what it is. And whatever you see, whatever you experience, including your body, your mind, everything, all the planets, everything that exists, spiritual, marginal, material, everything is property of the Lord. Everything belongs to the Lord, everything is meant for His pleasure, and He given you quota according to your karma to enjoy. So then you should follow that, you should behave like that, and then you may aspire to live for 100 years. That is in second mantra given. Correct? So, one may aspire to live for 100 years if he continuously goes on working that way. For that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative for this way for man. For man there is no alternative. If one wants liberation, if one wants moksha, if one wants to come out of this material world. So, this is the, Prabhupada calls it Ishavasya principle to be applied in life. Okay, so now Shloka 3 today we will hear. Surya namate loka andena tamasavritaha tamste pretya bigachanti yeke chatma hano janaha. Here the third shloka says like this. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. Now, obviously, this is the shloka is answer to the question, what about if you don't follow Ishavasya principle? So this is the hint, this is what is going to happen. That if you are not interested to understand who is supreme, what is my relation with Him, what is the goal of life, then this is the result. So here we'll go to the Prabhupada's purpose as we do. Just a second, I'll just see mantra 3, right? Okay. Now Srila Prabhupada describes in the purport that suras and asuras are there. One who follow or do not follow this Ishavasya principle. Those who are cognizant of these responsibilities and who work in the spirits are called suras, godly person. Yeah? And those who are neglectful of these responsibilities or who have no information of them are called asuras, demons. And Prabhupada quotes immediately, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Surayo Diviva Chakshurata Tanta Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagrivamsa Samidante Vishnu Ryat Paramam Padam. Very famous mantra in every Sri Vaishnava temple you will see. The Purohit will chant every day. And what does it say? That Pashanti Suraya. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Suraya. That the devatas, they worship the Vishnu. So it's Dvaubhuta Sarga Lokasmin Sura Asuraya Vacha. There is a famous shloka. We quote at different places. Agni Purana also says the same. That two types of living entities are there. Those who worship the Lord, Suras, Devatas, and those who do not worship, Asuras. Okay. So then Prabhupada says in the next paragraph that human life is special opportunity. If you don't utilize a special opportunity of human life to realize God, then what you are? Atmaha, killer of the soul. Here in the shloka it actually says Atma Hanaha, the killers of the soul. Your soul cannot be killed. So how is it? Why they are killers of the soul? They degrade so much in the human form of life by the sinful activities that actually they do not fulfill the goal of life, and therefore they suffer to the extreme. So they are really killing that very purpose of life. They are harming themselves. They are acting against themselves. They don't know what is their self-interest, self-benefit. So human life is special opportunity. Then analogy is given. Material world is like an ocean. Human body, solid boat, designed to cross the ocean. Vedic scriptures and the acharyas, expert boatmen. And facilities of human body, favorable breeze that help the boat place smoothly to its desired destination. So if with all this facility a human being does not fully utilize his life for self-realization, he must be considered Atmaha, killer of the soul. So this is a amazing analogy. And you can see that most of the population in the world does not utilize this human form of life. We were asked in the 10th standard in the school, we were asked to write one essay. I have presentation to the class that what does the philosophers of the world speak about religion? So there was all this, Hegel, Nietzsche, Kant, and all this, Schopenhauer, and all these big philosophers. They were giving their definitions of religion. Then somebody given us this Srila Prabhupada's book, Science of Self-Realization. So I thought, wow, great. Now let's see what Indian philosophers speak about religion. And I opened the page and Prabhupada said, unless one follows 4 regulative principles, no meeting, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, he is not considered a human being. Then I thought that whatever notes I collected from all these philosophers, just threw it. It's meaningless. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. It's an amazing statement, Then I say, wow, that's something. That's the message, And that's reality. That is what it is. The human form only can ask this question. Who am I? Who is God? What is our relation? Why I suffer? Why I have to die? Why I'm again pushed into some circumstances that are unfavorable? So here, Prabhupada says, Isopanisad warns in clear terms that the killer of the soul is destined to enter into darkest region of ignorance, to suffer perpetually. Now this is not exactly what Krishna says, eternal hell. But the point is that really once you degrade yourself, it goes on and on and on and on. Now, once you start drinking, smoking, woman, intoxication, everything follows. Everything follows one after another. And then birth like that goes on degrading. There's no end. Darkest region of ignorance. So here, Prabhupada says, the human being is given all facilities for a comfortable life by the laws of nature, because the human form of life is more important and valuable than animal life. Now you see that we have facility. We don't have to struggle as just like animals for existence or for, we can have a comfortable, we can have a house, we can have our grains, we can have our food stock, we can have, provisions, not to live in fear like animals. You've seen the squirrel eating. You've seen him all the time in fear. Who will come and swallow me? Who will come and harm me? So, human form of life, we get these facilities, but we should utilize this opportunity. We should utilize it to realize God. We should not just go on for sense gratification, and ruin this opportunity to stop repeated birth and death. So here, Prabhupada says, why this human form is special to the animals? The answer is the highly placed officer has to discharge duties of higher nature. So therefore facilities are given. Because Animals, they can go ahara nidra bhaya maitunam cha. The animals can go on eating, sleeping, mating and defending. But if human form is achieved, then what is it? Athato brahma jigyasa. Athato now. Now means what? The Prabhupada says, after 84 legs of species, now you got the human form of life. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. You have to inquire about absolute truth, about how to solve all the problems of life. So this is the higher nature duty. The duties human beings have to perform are higher than those of animals, who are always engaged simply feeding their hungry stomachs. And then Prabhupada mocks. Yet the modern soul-killing civilization has only increased the problem of hungry stomachs. Even that you didn't do properly. Why? Because of selfishness. One man is exploiting another. Not that earth is not producing. You travel from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, and what you will see left and right side of the railway track is huge lands available. India is, even Mother Teresa, when she came to India, she was shocked. She said, I've sent from Europe to India because this is a poor country, but how can be country poor with so much land, agricultural land available? So you understand, even she could link 1 + 1 = 2. That land is providing, God is providing, but people are misusing. People are manipulating, stock markets, artificial famines, all these different things. So Prabhupada is mocking modern soul-killing civilization. Only increase the problem of hungry stomachs. And you can see in the USA, which is economically, you may say, most developed country, how many poor people are there? Thousands and millions of them. Just now, one devotee came from USA. I say, how was there? Swargaloka. What Swargaloka approach? Every signal light, people will approach us for the donation, nothing. Any time they go to metro, there are hundreds of them with banners. They cannot preach to you. It's prohibited by the law. They cannot harass people, but everybody has banners. Please help me. My stomach is empty. Please help me. I'm sick. Please help me. Surprise. Everyone's surprised. Everybody thinks America is Swargaloka. If we do not care for self-realization, the laws of nature force us to work very hard, even though we may not want to do so. So Prabhupada is hinting that this is how it works. This is how the laws of nature are working. You don't want to worship God, and you have to work like an ass. You have to. People are working hard for nothing. What is the goal they achieve? Nothing. Repeated birth and death. We just went, when we went for Harinam, we were singing in the car also. On the way back, we were singing in our Temple Traveler. And we stopped at the corner here, Karumbalai bus stop, just to turn the vehicle. So the vehicle stops and, you could hear kirtan through the window. And there were people putting the road at that time, And the sun, hot sun, and that hot tar they are putting. Outside was summertime. It was 40, 41, 42, maybe 43 also, and there was from below also another 43, maybe more, They're suffering, and they are wearing plastic bags on their feet, not to get stuck to the tar, They're completely messed up with the tar. They're stinking, they're working hard, and they saw us, and they are mocking. This foolish Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they're mocking at us. Look at yourself, Look at yourself. What is your position, Mr. Tar Applier? What a prestigious job you have, This is a nonsense fellow here. See, But this is it. He's working like an ass, but he's happy. Why he's happy? He thinks, I'll get money, I will enjoy. So look at these happy faces of devotees. They're already enjoying them. You don't have to put tar to be happy, You can chant Hare Krishna and be happy, but they don't believe us. Then they have material desires. They rather put tar and mocking on devotees. You have many times like this, Another couple came in Srirangam. Again, we had the Harinam. Through the Srirangam, this praharanas of Srirangam, and some foreigners came. Old people, old men and women, wearing this mask like a surgical doctors, surgeons, like that, not to breathe that dust. And down on their feet also some kind of, not socks, but something, not to go barefoot around, And this old woman is 87 years old, has 2 kg of makeup on her face, thinking she's beautiful, They are walking on the Srirangam, taking photos of this amazing carvings and everything. And they saw us in Harinam, and we were quite some foreigners there. And they are taking photos, and we smile to them, Hare Krishna. And the lady showing me, you are crazy. I said, yeah, and you are so intelligent, You are such a PhD. Such a Einstein number 2 you are, Just, you see that, no? They came to temple for their sense gratification, It's a crazy world. Okay, so here, if a man fails to discharge his duties as human being, he is forced to transmigrate to the Asura planets and take birth in degraded species of life, to walk hard in ignorance and darkness. This is a heavy threat, but this is called reality. This is what is going on. You believe or you do not believe, but this is what is going on. So, anyway, we have to work hard in material world. So better work hard for Krishna. Better work hard for Krishna. What is the difficulty? So much. Some jobs are really, minor. You become minor, digging the mines, digging the ore. It's a very bad job, very difficult job. Breaking stone, very difficult job also. So many difficult jobs are there. Man takes it. See this construction, that Burj Al Khalifa, the highest building, 2,000 feet above. And then you see photos how they constructed. They want to show to the world how they constructed it. Then you see on 2,000 feet, man is walking on the 12 inches beam, without any support. Worker is walking, He's risking his life. For what? For nothing. Crazy. My goodness, I would not walk on that thing. You pay me, millions of dollars, It's how you can do that, They are daily routine, walking on this 12-inch beam. He's walking, no support left, no support right. Maybe he had parachute, 2,000 feet. It could help him. No parachute either. You seen the photos? You seen? Very dangerous. It's not. You think no modern, they will give us safety. There's no safety. They give you insurance. Wife will get benefit. Very dangerous work. And we ask devotees, Prabhuji, go book distribution. Today. Why? Such a tapasya, just, bliss. Let's go, we are going Harinam. Cold, bro. Cold. Then go and open mouth. Just go, Just do like this, mimic. For what is difficult to do for Krishna? So much we are ready for ourselves. So many crazy things. Men want to smuggle money in the airport. What he did? He cut his skin, he put the money under the skin and stitched it back. Just see what he was ready to do then. You see that? And of course they caught him on the airport. He said, what is this? Oh, I'm sick, disease. Oh, on scanner shows $100 notes, Crazy, He's cut his and push money under it. Ever heard of that? No? And then another one was caught. They put in some plastic bags heroin, some drugs, and dip in honey and swallow it, and carry so many of these small bags in the belly, And once so, just to cross the border, because it's big money selling it around. Crazy, So what to do? His digestion was good. One bag got swallowed by the belly, Then symptoms in the airport were shown, They caught him. How many? 18 small bags he had in the belly, Well, crazy people, Nobody asks us to do that. What the Prabhupada asks us to wake up in the morning, sing and dance. What a tapasya, Feast, eat ghee, offer flowers to the Lord, What a difficult activities we have. suffering, no? You have to sing. Who can sing 4:30 in the morning? Fool cannot sing 30 in the morning. Man who is sinful, he cannot sing 4:30 in the morning. It's nice, bliss. Susukam kartumavayam. The devotional activity is a practice with great pleasure. No? But these karmas are ready to do anything. They won't eat. They won't look at. We went with Stapati one day on sites looking for some stone. Man is just smoking and drinking chai. No eating, nothing, Just working hard. All day he was with us, and we say, okay, it's late night, 11 o'clock, we go to sleep. Okay, I'm going back to Trichy. He has to drive also. What an enthusiasm. What a rupee-inspired life. What an enthusiasm to work hard like this for nothing, And what is the result? All your endeavor, all your big speculations, all your managerial schemes, all your transactions and business, all your bank accounts, in time of death, gone, and you take lower birth, like an animal. And you don't forget that before you take animal birth, first you go to hell, then you take animal birth. There is procedure, you have to follow the procedure. We hear on meetings this one. Okay, so here Prabhupada continues. Even attempt of self-realization gives good result. And he quotes Bhagavad Gita 41-43. Correct? What is the shloka? Who knows? Who knows? God knows. Therefore he is supreme. Prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva shashvati sama shuchinam shrimatam gehe yoga brashta vijayate. Yoga brashta means the fallen yogi, one who did not accomplish self-realization in this lifetime, but he attempted it, he did. What is the result? Shuchinam, he will be born in the Brahmin family, pure family, devotees family, or Shrimatam, or rich family. Why rich family? Why rich family is offered as a result to practice yoga? It doesn't have to work hard anymore, no? Everything is nice. He doesn't have to think, Annamaya Kosha, belly, feel the belly, no? He is free, everything is settled for him. He doesn't have to struggle for existence, he has to struggle for eternal existence. He has to struggle to get moksha. Okay, and then, second shloka, Athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhaimatam etadhir durlabhatharam loke janmayadi drisham. What is that? After long practice, he takes birth in family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Certain such births are very rare. So if a long practice, short practice gives you so much benefit, what to speak of long practice? Prabhupada said that this is famous one that himself and Bhaktivedanta both took birth. Om Vishnu Pashishima Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj and our humble self had the opportunity to take birth in such families by the grace of the Lord. And both of us were trained in devotional service of the Lord from the very beginning of our lives. So pure devotee. And what Prabhupada said, later on we met by the order of the transcendental system. So famous Prabhupada's jewels in the purpose. Okay, so this is the point. Prabhupada said, even attempt of self-realization is good. No? Even if fallen kanda gives a chance to take birth in respect to a noble family, one can hardly imagine status as one who has achieved success. But those who do not make even an attempt, who want to become covered by illusion, who are too materialistic, too attached, must enter the darkest regions of hell, as confirmed through the Vedic literature. So here, the shloka is quoted for 16th chapter. Why 16th chapter? Because it describes divine and demoniac qualities. So here demoniac quality, self-complacent, always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige. They sometimes proudly perform sacrifice in name only, without following rules or regulations. So that's not good. And then Prabhupada gives the conclusion. The conclusion is that as human beings we are meant not simply for solving economic problems on a tottering platform, but for solving all the problems of material life into which we have been placed by the laws of nature. No? So this is the point. That the human, there's a warning. It's a warning given. It's a strong statement. And you have to. If somebody is sleeping, you have to wake him up. You have to give some strong statement. See, India is pious country. People are going to the temples, they are praying to God, they believe in God. But it's very much strong idea that let's enjoy life, let's have material benefit for going to temple. There is no desire for moksha. There is no desire to stop repeated birth and death. The only desire is, God, we believe in you, bless us, give us money, give us wealth, give us prosperity, let my family be okay. It's a very strong material tinge to the religion in India. So you have to wake up people, you have to use strong statements. Somebody is sleeping, please wake up. He's snoring like elephant. He's snoring like he's from ISKCON Salem. Please wake up. Doesn't work like this. Wake up, move him, shake him up. So this type of statements that they think, darkest region, I heard about this one. No, we don't. It has to be done. No? That there is a statement in Puranas also that fools do not hear the bell which is hanging off the neck of the buffalo on which Yamaraj is riding. Hare Krishna. Hearing the bell. Why? Because we are going to die. Better do something in life. Don't waste life. Don't go for material things. How many times you are hearing? How many times you are hearing? Look at the Isopanisad, how it starts. Everything belongs to God. You are not enjoyer. He is the enjoyer. Get your quota. You can enjoy. Get your quota. Maintain your body piously through pious activities. That will not bind you. Offer everything to Lord. You are free from karma. Otherwise, degrade yourself. It's a clear message. It's a clear message to us jivas in material world. Okay, so here, although there is no direct link to shlokas of 8 canto, there is link to the 11 canto shlokas. In 11 canto Bhagavatam we find same term, Eta Atmahano, Shanta Agyane Jnana Mahanina, Agyane Jnana Manina, Siddhantya Krita Krityavai Kala Dvasta Manorataha. So what does it say? Here the Atmahana, the killers of the souls are described. The killer of soul, Ashanta, they are never peaceful. They want happiness, they want peace, but they can't get it in material world. It's not possible. And what is it? Agyane, in ignorance, jnana manina. I know. No, you should chant Harish. I know. You please read Bhagavad Gita. I know. Agyane, jnana manina. In ignorance he thinks, I know everything. So how many times you heard this in book distribution? Please, you get knowledge. I know. Already I know. But what do you do? If you don't do something, you have to do something. So here, the killers of the soul are never peaceful because they consider that human intelligence is ultimately meant for expanding material life. How much we advance in science? You have to appreciate scientists. How much advancement in science? How much advancement is there? Did any scientist stop repeated birth and death? No. What did they do? They increased the death by making these nuclear bombs, Prabhupada said. They help us to die better. Now we can, previously you would die from disease and old age. Now you can die from food that you eat. You can die from bombs, you can die from car accident, you can die from wrong needle doctor gives you, from wrong medicine. You can die, they're really all glories to the modern science. They really helped us die in millions of ways. Who would die from food that you eat? Who would die? Nobody would die. They will be healthy. Now, and who was that flying? Somebody came recently by flight, and there was an announcement that first they serve some coffee to the people, and as soon as they serve coffee, announcement say, we are requesting all passengers not to drink coffee. There's some unapproved substances in the coffee. Everybody, whoop, that's called like, something happened. Even drinking coffee, you may live bad, nowadays. All right. So here, thus neglecting the real spiritual duties, they are always in distress. They are filled with great hopes and dreams, but unfortunately, these are always destroyed by the inevitable march of time. Mogasya, moga karmana, moga jnana vichetas. Correct? So here, this is nice message to the brahmacharis. Sometimes we go book distribution, we see big house and we see people very pious and we see they have beautiful altar and they have beautiful wives and they eat nice food and we think, this is nice. Isn't they are devotees? They are pious and they have big house and big swimming pool and big, nice altar also. So maybe I could also get nice wife like this, beautiful wife, and we could worship Krishna nicely together. And so we had a house program once with Gopal Krishna Maharaj in the Delhi. Oh, you're not supposed to mention names. And anyway, there was a rich people's house, very rich. It was the richest of the rich, like that category. Big house, big beautiful altar with Radha Krishna, this, that. And when some social function, ladies, they dress nicely and all the the sounds of silk saris are, sounding around and everything looks glittering and beautiful, There was one foreign devotee, a little bit bewildered. He was little bit, all lecture he was just looking around, and then of course he was looking where he's not supposed to look, So one moment Maharaj, Gopakrishna, after the program, he saw that he's a little enthused to talk to the daughters of that house owner, He was respectful, but, So Maharaj told him, these are expensive to maintain, So, I'm preaching to that's okay. You can see he was bewildered. You could see he was bewildered. Once when Dhanavir Maharaj came to Salem, we came another rich man's house. He's a rich man, very rich. For Salem, he's a rich man. For Bombay, he's a poor man. But for Salem, he's a rich man. And, they wanted, after the lecture, say, please, can Maharaj come to our house? Okay. So I asked Maharaj, no, we'll not go. I said, Maharaj, 5 minutes, now, just to see their altar. All right. Okay, you be with me. I say, yes, Maharaj, I'm here. And 2, 3 of us, we came. We came to the house, he saw altar, he offered pranam. He didn't look left, right, nothing, And they want to show, you see, we have Krishna Lila in ivory carved, and Krishna, Ram Lila in this, and silver Krishna on the banyan leaf. And I was just so serious. And Maharaj, you would like to take some water? No. Buttermilk? No. Then I said, Maharaj, you can bring some water, So Mataji went to bring some water, the house, host. And the Maharaj immediately, Dhanavir Maharaj turned to him, let's get out of here. I may get bewildered. He didn't like to go to rich man's house. And we came out, danger over. I said, Maharaj, no, you may start deciding what a beautiful house, what a beautiful wife, what a beautiful altar. He just went on talking like that, so we should not go. Prabhupada warns that brahmacharis, preachers should not go to rich men's houses just to eat nice food. They may get bewildered. So these are all there. No? So here, they are filled with hopes and dreams. Dear brahmacharis, let us not dream about that. Actually, all these dreams are always destroyed by time, and suffering is there. There is no happiness in material world. Don't cultivate that idea. Okay, and then the next shloka continues in Bhagavatam. Those who have turned away from the Supreme Lord Vasudeva, being under the spell of Lord's illusory energy, and eventually forced to give up their so-called homes, children, friends, wives and lovers, which were all created by illusory potency of Supreme Lord, and enter against their will into the darkest regions of the universe. So you see, these are the same shlokas in Bhagavatam, no? Is it not Bhagavatam commentary on Vedanta Sutra? Is it not Vedanta Sutra essence of all Upanishads? You can see in Bhagavatam, this is thread, consistent message through all Vedic literature. It's not that Purans came later, so they are not so important. What not so important? It's the same shloka. Atmahana Atmahano, killers of the soul. Same message. Same message. There is no difference. What Bhagavatam says or what Isopanisad says or other Upanishads. And how many Upanishads speaks about this? So here, these are the two shlokas. Now we can see the Madhvācārya's commentary on shloka 3. Asurya namate loka andhena tamasavritaha. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. Of course, Sanskrit is such that different words have many meanings. So little flavor is different in different translation. His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj published a book, Isopanisad, with commentaries from Madhvācārya, Vedānta-deśika, and Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa, and Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. And you can see each Acharya has his own translation a little bit. According to the commentaries, you can see that even translation would be a little bit different. So here, Madhvācārya explains the link to this shloka. Before imparting right knowledge, the danger of getting wrong knowledge is expressed here. And this is the link between first two shlokas and the third one. That before imparting the right knowledge, the danger of getting wrong knowledge is expressed here. The danger of getting wrong knowledge is a disaster, lead us to lower species. Asuryaha, meant for the asuras, the place attained by asuras. He says A means without, like bhakta, abhakta. Bhakta means devotee, abhakta means non-devotee. So something negation. A, without. Su is prefix. Su nirmala, very pure. Su means something fine, means higher. And Ra, from Ram, pleasure. So this, what is the place? Place without pleasure. This is what they will attain. That is called Asurya Nama. Nama means name. Famous by the name Asurya Lokas. He says like that. So he quotes immediately Bhagavatam. And here also another verse from Bhagavatam. This is now from the 10th canto, 87th chapter. That is praised by personified Vedas. If I remember. Yeah. So Atmahana again. Atmaha is given. What is that shloka? When this human body is used for your devotional service, it acts as one's self-friend and beloved. But unfortunately, although you always show mercy to the conditioned souls and affectionately help them in every way, and although you are their true self, people in general fail to delight in you. Instead, they commit spiritual suicide by worshipping illusion. Atmaha. Those who are too much materialistic, they are into illusion and they're committing spiritual suicide. Alas, because they presently hope for success in that devotion to the unreal, they continue to wander about this greatly fearful world, assuming various degraded bodies. It is the same shloka, same point, given in Bhagavatam again. No? Praised by personified Vedas. No wonder Shrutis are offering prayers, Upanishads are offering prayers. And in that praise by personified Vedas, Śrīla Jiva Goswami, I don't know, Vishwan Ṭhākura or Śrīla Jiva Goswami, one of them says that each loka is offered by different Shrutis. So you understand. So look at this. Maybe this was spoken by Isopanisad personified. Because same shloka is the same point. Atma, same point. So what is Atmaha? Who is Atmahana? Who is that?
One who does not pursue self-realization.
One who does not utilize human form of life to pursue self-realization. Okay. Here, in commentary to this shloka, in Bhagavatam, Śrīla Sridhar Swamis offer prayers. When will I receive a human birth in which my mind may take pleasure in you, who are the Supreme Soul and Lord of the universe? So this is the prayer that in human form you can do that. Atato Brahmajigyasa. In human form you can do that self-realization. So Sridhar Swami in the commentary offers the prayers like this. Now Srila Vishnu Ṭhākura comments on this. Asadupasana, you can see in the shloka is given. Asadupasana. Here, Asadupasana. Sat means eternal, means spiritual, something eternal. And Asad, temporary, material. Okay, so he says, Asadupasa, by worshipping illusion due to bad training received from study false materialistic knowledge, or by having too much affection for sons, wife and family, they maintain material desire, anasuya, vasana, that carries them into more degraded bodies like jackals and animals in each successive life. No? So from what? From modern education, false materialistic knowledge. Because there were many karma-kandit pandits there preaching. You do this, you'll be happy. You do this, you'll be happy. Do this yagya, do this puja, do this vrata. Chandrayana vrata, follow this Agnihotra, this. They would preach. They would preach around. So they earn money. So they earn money. No? And of course, those who are attached, they can't preach transcendental knowledge either. They can't preach about renunciation if they are not renounced. Alright? They can't preach. Prabhupada says that transcendental knowledge should be received from dhira, one who is self-controlled. Vachi vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam, udarapasta vegam. Unless you control this, then how are you going to become guru and teacher? So obviously there will be more teachers of materialistic knowledge than teachers of spiritual path, no? Obviously. And then he says, such a people commit spiritual suicide and continuously rotate in the terribly fearful cycle of material existence. So this is what it is, Atmahan. Okay, now we are back to Madhvācārya's commentary. He gives more definition of Atmahas here. Having wrong, incorrect knowledge about God is metaphorically stated as killing. Because you can't kill the soul. He is saying, not that you are killing the soul. You can't kill the soul. Soul can't be killed. So it's metaphorical. Don't take it literal meaning, because soul cannot be killed. But look at this. Now he gives more explanation. What means wrong knowledge? Two ways of such wrong knowledge: denying the very existence of God, and worshipping Him, but in a wrong way, conceiving His nature wrongly. Those both are called Atmahanaha. Both are killers of the soul. Okay, so here he says, ye ke. This is in shloka itself. Ye ke chatma hanojana. What is it? Ye ke. Ye, anyone and everyone. Anyone and everyone. What does it mean? Madhvācārya says, mantra states a rule. Any person who is opposed to Vishnu enters there. And you will see after Vedānta-deśika gives list. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Pandits, Devatas, anybody who opposes Vishnu goes to hell. So Yeke is very emphasizing. And you can see Prabhupada includes it in translation. Whoever that may be. No? Or they will not, they are Brahmanas, they are wearing Tripundra, they are doing puja every day. And what is Supreme Lord's transcendental form? God has no form. Narakam adhigacchati. Heavy. No jokes. No jokes with the form of the Lord. So here, Prabhupada in many purports speaks exactly as Madhvācārya explains. These are the demons, Atmahana, who wants to kill Lord by negating or not accepting His transcendental form and qualities. Here are some Prabhupada's quotes. Who are the Atmahas? Supreme Personality of Godhead is decried by the Mayavadi philosophers, who are almost demons. You see that? Almost demons. They say that God has no head, no form, no existence, no legs, hands, or other bodily limbs. In other words, they say that He is dead or lame. Atmaha. No? So first one, Atmahana, is one who is into material life, is not using human form of life. So second ones are denying existence of God. Any atheist already included, correct? Now Mayavadis. Now this is contradictory in one way, because they are spiritualists. They are not into material sense gratification. But still, they do not accept the form of the Lord. So they are Prabhupada said, almost demons. When we see Mayavadi sannyasi, what do? We offer pranam. We have to offer pranam. Why? Because he's renunciate. He's not gross sense gratifier of material world. He's not low class person of material world. But we offer pranam and quickly we close our ears. We are not going to hear from him who is God. He knows half of the truth. He knows that material world is bad, the senses has to be controlled, mind has to be controlled, and they are very strict about it. They are good in that. But they do not know that one should perform devotional service. What is soul? Aham Brahmasmi. I'm God, or God has no form, and you don't want to hear this. No? Okay, look at this second Atmaha Prabhupada saying. The Sankhya Shastra, however, denies the existence of Lord's transcendental form. The Sankhya Shastra says that Supreme Absolute Truth has no hands, no legs, no name. Hyanama Rupa Gunapani Padam Achakshu Ashrotram Ekam Advitiyam Apinama Rupadikam Nasti. Rupadikam Nasti. He has no form. This is Nasti. Who say Nasti? Nastik. He is atheist. The Vedic mantra says Panipado Javano Grahita. The Supreme Lord has no legs, no hands, but he can accept whatever is offered to him. Contradiction. He has no hands, but he is accepting. He has no eyes, but he is seeing. Actually, such statements accept that Supreme has hands and legs, but they deny that he has material hands and legs. This is why the Absolute is called Aprakrita. So this is the Prabhupada explained, that Sankhyists also, followers of Sankhya, they also Atmahan. They also denied the transcendental form of the Lord. Now here, Chaitanya Charitamrita is quoted. Prakrita Kariya Mane Vishnu Kalevara. Vishnu Ninda Ara Nahi Ihara Upar. What is it? Kalevara means the body. Remember that ceremony in Puri, Nava Kalevara. New body every 12 years. The Lord receives new body. Okay. One who considers the transcendental body of Lord Vishnu to be made of material nature is greatest offender at the lotus feet of the Lord. Vishnu Ninda Ara Nahi Ihara. Yeah? Beyond this, nothing above that. No worse offense than that. Yeah? Great offender. There is no greater blasphemy against the Supreme Personality of Godhead than to say that he has no form, or that he is material, that his transcendental body is material. This is a great offense. Srila Prabhupada writes, in this regard, Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Ṭhākura comments that Jangama Narayana. Look at this. What a crazy thing. Mayavadi say God has no form. And then, Jangama Narayana. What is that? That the impersonal Brahman takes the shape of and moves here and there in the form of Mayavadi sannyasis. Amazing. Now Lord took the form. And you are that form. You see that? This is what they say. No? The Mayavadi philosophy confirms this. Danda grahana matrena naro narayano bhavet. You take sannyas and Nara becomes Narayana. You become God. No? Simply by accepting Danda or the other sannyas, one is immediately transformed into Narayana. Excuse me. Therefore, Mayavadi sannyasi address one another by saying Om Namo Narayanaya. In this way, one Narayana worships another Narayana. Actually, an ordinary human being cannot become Narayana. This is Srila Prabhupada, the savior of the world. As the chief Mayavadi sannyasi Shankaracharya says, Narayana Parovyaktat. Narayana is not creation of this material world. Narayana is above the material creation. Due to poor fund of knowledge, Mayavadi sannyasi thinks that Narayana, absolute truth, takes birth as a human being. And then when he realizes this, he becomes Narayana again. They never consider why Narayana, Supreme Personality of Godhead, would accept an inferior position as a human being and then again become Narayana when he is perfect. Why would Narayana become ignorant, foolish, miserable human being and then again struggle for realization and then again, again I am Narayana. If he is perfect, he is perfect. You know? Then Prabhupada shoots a few more questions. Why should Narayana be imperfect? Why should he appear as a human being? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very nicely explained these points while at Vrindavan, and that continues next shloka. Okay, so Prabhupada says, another group of Atmaha is there. Atmahanas. Srila Prabhupada, disciple is speaking to Prabhupada. As you recall, here in Paris last year, a man came to meet you, the president of the court of Paris. He was supposed to be a Buddhist, and yet he said to you, In the climate of India, maybe you can get away with no eating meat, but in the climate of the West, we must eat meat. This is a really foolish argument, somehow or other, Okay, so Prabhupada says, this is rascaldom. He is first-class rascal. Therefore, the conclusion is, these religious and social leaders are rascals. If they want to be saved from their rascal position, this is the only method, Krishna consciousness, genuine God consciousness. Otherwise, how can they be saved from the cycle of birth and death? They are Atmahana, killers of the soul. Atmahana means self-killing, suicide. If you cut your own throat, who can save you? So these so-called followers of Lord Jesus, Lord Buddha, who actually do not follow, they are all rascals. We do not hate anyone, we want to rise them, but actually they are all rascals. Buddha is supposed to teach ahimsa, correct? Not supposed. He teached, but who is following? No? Dalai Lama eats meat. He's meat eater. There are different sects in Buddhism. Sri Ramcharan Arvind, next time will present Theravada and Mahayana and Pure Land Buddhism and all these different points. But when you come in front of Buddhists who eats meat, then you understand. Atmahana, simply rascal. Anybody. Okay, so these are some points. Now, Vedānta-deśika gives commentary on this shloka from Ramanuja's line. With the goal of encouraging person to immediately engage in the knowledge described in first and second mantra, the Guru describes the result of not engaging in such a knowledge, but rather engage in other goals, getting wealth and etc., and thus rejecting real knowledge previously explained. They go to hell. No, because the Guru is teaching disciples. This is the knowledge. Everything belongs to Lord. He is all-pervading. He controls everything. He is in everything. Everything belongs to Him. And you belong to Him. And He given your quota. And you behave properly. You follow what He says. And you will achieve success. And if you don't do that, you deny His existence. And then you Atma, you don't want self-realization, you want material goals. So you go to hell. Asurya implies to be experienced by those of demoniac tendencies. No? So I was thinking this. He said hell. Of course, Asuras, where do they live? Lower planetary systems. What is that? Attala, Vittala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Correct? Rasatalos. So these are not hells exactly, but they are for devotees as good as hell. Why? Why is it so? First, the sun doesn't come there. This is within. What is that called? Bhugo. The holes in the earth. Within the Bhumandala they live, within the earth. No? And then the no worship of God is there. And the all artificial lightning is there from the jewels, from the crowns of the snakes, from the hoods of the snakes that they illuminate. And all technology is there. Maya Danava lives there. Technologically they are advanced. And in one place is described a more enjoyment than in heavenly planets. Swarga Loka, Bhu Swarga and Bil Swarga. Bil means the whole, Bil Swarga. Even more material enjoyment. But it's hell. They have to live in fear of Garuda. They live in their black holes with no light, no sun. So that's also one way. But of course, here is directly they are speaking the reaction of offending the Lord. You go to hell. That is different. So he explains. Ye ke, whether they are Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Devatas or humans, abhigachanti. Immediately they go, tamasavrita tam, to those places without the light, pretya, after giving up their bodies. So here again, Vedānta-deśika explains. Either Brahmana, Kshatriya, Devata, or humans, whoever offends the Lord, transcendental form, whoever is not practicing this self-realization. And then he quotes this, Taittiriya Upanishad, very interesting shloka. Look at this. Asan eva sambhavati asad brahmati veda chet. Asti brahmati chet veda santam enam tato viduhu. One who thinks the Supreme Brahman does not exist that person ceases to exist. See that? Of course, Atmahana. He is the killer of the soul. Soul cannot cease to exist. But actually, his life becomes as useless as that, degraded. And one who thinks Supreme Brahman does exist, Santa Menam Tato Viduhu. That is Santa, that is a saintly devotee, that is a saintly person. Jana, Janaha. Janma means birth. Jana. Jana means people. Actually, what it means is those who take birth again. Jana. Conclusion. Thus, those who do not engage in knowledge of the Lord take birth again in the realm of demons. So this is the commentary of Vedānta-deśika. Let's see Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇ's commentary. This verse criticizes those addicted to action for their own enjoyment. Okay? Those who have no knowledge of soul or God and are addicted to material enjoyment, after death go to demonic planets covered with unlimited ignorance. So this is also hinted. I think this hints to this. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tala, Tala, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says here. He quotes Bhagavatam. He quotes Bhagavatam. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone who is religious, nehayat karma dharmaya. If your activity karma is not leading to dharma, dharma na vairagya. If your dharma is not leading to vairagya, and kalpate na tirtha pade sevaya. And if your vairagya does not lead to devotional service, jivan api mritosiha. Although you are alive, you are as good as dead. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performance does not rise him to renunciation, and anyone whose teaching renunciation does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, must be considered dead, although he is breathing. Srimad Bhagavatam, strong message. So here, those who are like this put their soul in dull, almost destroyed state. Thus they are called killers of the soul, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says. They gradually develop demoniac tendency, giving up natural tendency to worship God. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prabhu Sadhu Kabunai, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitti Karavedai. Everybody, by nature, has tendency to worship God. But because we have bad association, we have this modern education, we have so much asat sangha, that we became bad and then we became demoniac. You can see if you go to the village and you tell people, God is there. God is there. And anybody who finishes college, even from the same village, will say, you see, there's questionable, nothing is proved, there's Big Bang, you see, we believe in God because it's our tradition, but you see, scientifically, actually you can't prove. Therefore, God is, Krishna is not Krishna, Krishna is black, black means nothing, nothing is something, something is everything. They go on speculating like anything, Why? Because they are educated. Modern education. Simple village boy, he knows, unless God sends the rain, there is no crop in our village. There will be famine, there will be hunger. There is no water. I depend on God for water. I depend on sun. I depend on to grow the grains. I depend that this rats or pujis or something does not destroy my crop. So much dependence on God. And there, I don't care. I get bread, chapatis in the shop, in the restaurant because I have good salary. I work in IT company. I don't care for your moon is full moon, when I shall plant, where shall not plant. Where does the milk come from? From the shop. Doesn't know who is a cow. Why should we protect cows? Just milk the cows. Milk out as much as possible and then kill them, slice them into meat and eat them. Demons. And they don't care. They don't depend on God. Sun is rising, moon is rising. We don't care. We have our artificial bulb. We work like demons. Nighttime we work, daytime we sleep. Like that. So here, this is something that they gradually develop demoniac tendencies. So you can see that. You can see that. The family was coming to the temple when we were in Gandhi Road. And their son took a little bit interest. So we preached to him, chant, he started chanting, start reading, and then mother, father told him, okay, don't go anymore to temple. They brought him at the beginning, and then when he took interest, okay, enough now, not too much. Don't become too pious. No? Go to temple means be good boy. Good boy means What is good boy definition by the parents? Good boy means you follow what I say. Not that good boy means follow what Krishna says. No. Good boy means you follow what parents says. Okay, so we bring him to temple so we can control him, so he can fulfill our desires. Now good boy, no more go to temple. Good boy, now go to college. So good parents, they came one day and asked me, Prabhuji, do you have temples in London? I say, of course we have temples in London. Can I get address? I say, oh, you're going? No, our son is going to study in London. I say, oh, boy, that innocent boy you're sending to London, you'll ruin him. No, he's a good boy. He was coming to temple, no? But you stopped him. Yeah, 6 months, for 6 months they stopped him coming to temple. I say, anyway, please you give address, please help us, any room, any accommodation, any food, anything. So I given London temple addresses, And here boy comes 3 years later, drinking and drug addicted. 3 years. And I'm bluffing you. To show you the house, I know the people, He drinking. And then they brought him to temple. Please, talk to him, do something. But you pull him out of the temple, now this is what, you send him to hell. You send him there in the London. London is hell, Prabhupada said. Yeah. Now you save him. You save him if you can. What do you do now? This boy, innocent boy, very nice. He was so obedient, so shy. Now some hairstyle, big leather boots, leather jacket, He has a British girlfriend and, they're taking drugs and he's ruined. And now he's here and they're taking him to this, psychiatrist. Psychiatrist means already Bhutas are around, so use helping now, You see how selfishness is there. Therefore, what I'm speaking about, this, slowly you develop demoniac tendency. Then you don't care. Once you start taking drugs, anything you will do. Eat meat, you have illicit sex, spend the money, steal the money, any nonsense you will do. Nothing, there's no limit anymore. Any nonsense you will do. Demoniac tendencies. Therefore, one should perform action to maintain the body while establishing a relation with Paramatma, while living in this world. We have to work, we have to maintain body. But do your job piously, whatever comes by God's grace, and worship the Lord. This is advice by Isopanisad, and this is advice by Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Those actions are karma in name only, for they have been transformed into service of the Lord, and thus cause no bondage. So this is what is described by the Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, that message of this mantra. Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. Okay, do you have any questions, any comments, anything else to say about this? Is it clear, link? Mantras 1, 2, 3? Is it clear? Is it simple? Any comments, any questions? Yes, please.
Prabhupada's this example that he gives is Guru Karnadaram, so very interesting. And also that verse also has this word Atmaha.
Yeah.
In others are quoting various Bhagavad. I was just thinking that Prabhupada was also unique.
Yeah. But you can see from all the acharyas, Prabhupada, Vedānta-deśika, Baladeva, Vidyābhūṣaṇa, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. All 4 are speaking about this Atmaha, that you misuse human form of life. But Madhvācārya gives Atmaha is who? Those who deny the existence of God and those who deny His form. Plus he also given shloka of misusing human form. So you can see he really hints at that. Of course, Prabhupada in purpose, so many places he mentioned those others. But this is the, unique. And?
Another, in that quotation that you gave up in that how the Mayavadi sannyasis, they are claiming themselves to be Narayana.
Right.
Just I remember one incident, we were very innocent in the beginning. The Shankara, they give address for various festivals and like that. First time I saw in the TV, usually for Deepawalis.
Right.
They just give a short speech. At the beginning they will say 3 times Narayana, and at the end they will say 3 times Narayana, like this. So nice. I was first thinking, I didn't know actually what is Mayavad philosophy and all those things. So I thought, my God, he's really a great devotee of Narayana. I know how he's chanting the names of Narayana. This was what I first thought. Later, after reading Prabhupada's books, I actually came to know, my God, he's saying that I am Narayana, you are Narayana, everyone is Narayana.
Right.
And it was, for someone who doesn't know, he will think that, it's great. But this is
so better not to know. Better not to know Mayavad. True. because they appear. They want to attract the people in the temples, so they have to install the murtis, but they don't believe in form of the Lord. And then another thing is, they speak on Bhagavatam. Even 10th canto, they will narrate Krishna Leelas, but they don't think that these are eternal pastimes. But otherwise, who will come and hear every day? I am Brahman, you are Brahman, everything is Brahman. Sarvam Kalaudam Brahma, Om, Om, Om. A boring classes, who will listen? All that, very few people are philosophically minded to hear that, So therefore must be some Shiva Puja, some Homam, must be something, Otherwise nobody would come, We have one life member here in Salem. Oh, I just returned from 7 days Vedanta classes in the Rishikesh. In the Rishikesh. You understand, he's talking about sense gratification. He's just talking. We went there, and we were on bank of Ganga, we were chanting the mantras, and Swami speaking Vedanta Sutra. It was wonderful, and prasadam was so nice, and the yagyas, and the people, and we were mingling with it. And all the people from Argentina came, people from Japan came. It was so nice. What about class? Everyone was sleeping on the class, because you can't. There's no juice. There's nothing to relish there, And we've seen all the places, all the temples around. This is what it is, Vedanta Sutra course, It's a lady. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai, Śrī Isopanisad ki jai. Hare Krishna.